The method is as provided by law: electronic accreditation, electronic upload of results on the IRF portal, and that is why we are doing this mock. We are taking proactive measures to ensure that we give voters a pleasant experience, voting experience on election day.
INEC, the body we trust to conduct elections in Nigeria, is now facing serious legal pressure over a huge sum of money linked to the 2019 general elections. The amount in question is 55.9 billion naira. Yes, almost 60 billion naira. The issue is not that the money was approved, because it was. The problem is that questions are now being asked about how the money was spent and why proper records are missing or incomplete. According to official audit reports, this money was released for major election materials and services. These include smart card readers, ballot papers, result sheets, logistics, and other items that are very important for a credible election. However, when the Auditor General of the Federation reviewed the records, several gaps were discovered. Payments were made, but in many cases, the documents that should explain those payments were either incomplete or not available at all. Some contracts were reportedly awarded without full approval from the required authorities. In some cases, there was no clear evidence that the items paid for were supplied as agreed. There were also reports of payments made without following standard procurement rules. These are the kinds of issues that raise red flags in public finance management. Now, this is where things became more serious. A civil society organization decided that this matter should not be ignored. They went to court and asked the judiciary to step in. Their argument is simple: public money must always be accounted for, especially when it involves elections, because elections determine leadership and the future of the country. They're asking the court to compel INEC to fully explain how the money was spent. They also want the names of contractors who received the funds to be made public, along with details of what they were paid to do. If any money was not properly used, they want it recovered and returned to the public treasury. At this point, please like this video and subscribe if you value clear and honest explanations of national issues. Your support helps this channel grow and continue this kind of work. What makes this issue sensitive is the timing and the wider implication. Nigerians are already talking about future elections, especially the next general election cycle. Trust in the electoral process is very important. When questions like this come up, many citizens begin to worry. They ask whether the system is strong enough, transparent enough, and fair enough. The audit report also mentioned other financial concerns. Some payments were made without deducting required charges. Some advances were given out but not properly accounted for within the expected time. There were also cases where items were reportedly bought at prices much higher than market value. All these details combined created the picture that something was not right. So far, INEC has not given a full public response that addresses each issue raised in the audit report and the court case. That silence has added more pressure and more public discussion. In a country like Nigeria, where people are already sensitive about elections, silence can easily create suspicion, even before a court gives any ruling. It is important to say clearly that this is still a legal process. No final judgment has been made. The court will listen to all sides, examine the facts, and then decide what actions should be taken. However, the fact that such a large amount of money is involved means the case will attract serious attention from the public, the media, and international observers. In simple terms, this case is not just about money. It is about accountability. It is about whether public institutions can be trusted to manage public resources properly. It is also about whether there are real consequences when procedures are not followed. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want more updates like this, explained in a simple and clear way. Many Nigerians are now asking important questions. If election funds are not properly documented, how do we measure the credibility of the process? If procurement rules are ignored, how do we prevent waste? And if institutions do not respond quickly to serious allegations, how do citizens maintain confidence? Supporters of the legal action say this is a good step for democracy. They believe that when public institutions know they will be questioned and held accountable, they will act more carefully in the future. Others argue that INEC should be given enough space to explain its records without public pressure. These different opinions show how important the issue is. What happens next will depend on the court. If the court orders INEC to release full details, Nigerians may finally get a clearer picture of what happened to the funds. If the court also orders recovery of any unaccounted money, it could set a strong example for other government agencies. This case could also influence how future election budgets are managed. There may be stricter oversight, stronger auditing, and more transparency requirements. In the long run, that could improve the system even though the current situation is uncomfortable. As citizens, the most important thing is to stay informed and calm. Legal processes take time. Allegations must be proven. Records must be examined. Conclusions must be based on facts, not emotions. But at the same time, asking questions is not wrong. Wanting clarity is not wrong. Democracy works best when institutions and citizens both play their roles. Please remember to like this video and subscribe so you do not miss any follow-up on this story as it develops. In summary, INEC is facing legal pressure over the handling of 55.9 billion naira from the 2019 elections. Audit reports raised concerns. A civil group went to court. Nigerians are watching closely. The court will decide the next steps. The outcome could shape public trust and future election management in Nigeria. We will continue to monitor this issue and bring you updates in clear and simple English as events unfold. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay connected for verified and balanced news.